Right, so you didn't know Blizzard Shadow dropped a new D2R class, which is super weird. Um, I never really expected the game to get another class, but it's here. The Purple Spiritborn, aka Warlock. I got the Act 3 normal, so it's not really, this isn't gonna be a huge it's not gonna be a huge insight thing, but it's like the very first beginning of the class, just my impression, because it's just so weird. I didn't expect to get this. And first impression is it's pretty fun actually. I do like it. I think in terms of gameplay, it's pretty fun. I give it like an 8 out of 10 or so. Got this chain skill and I just run through everything and it dies. It doesn't really feel like I'm playing a D2 character though. The skills are D2-like enough, but the art is, I don't know, they like D3ified it. I guess it's D4. D4 has a lot of this like really shiny neon purple. And it looks cool, but it doesn't really fit with the game. But, I never expected a class in the first place. I kind of thought this game was abandoned, but yeah, this skill is pretty cracked. I haven't tried the melee or anything yet, but the melee has a really stupid attack animation, which is pretty funny. But I do want to try the melee stuff. The melee stuff seems really OP though, because, okay, I can't hold that, but you can use a two-hander with your book. So you're essentially using a two-hander with the shield, because the book is basically like a shield. It's got block, gets all the defense stuff, gets plus skills. So that's gonna be really OP. And then there is some decent looking stuff here. There's a TP. It says casting delay 0.8 seconds, so I'm gonna path to that next. I don't know how good it actually is. Hurls an astral weapon that teleports, so it sounds like it can't go through walls, but I don't know. This skill sounds cool. Creates echoes of your melee weapon that pierce through enemies. That seems pretty cool. And then the mirrored blades attack with mirrored duplicates of your weapon. I do like that kind of idea. I don't think it really feels D2y to me, but I mean it's a pretty cool class. Got a shield. Cleave. Got some weapon buffs here. So you can hex your weapon, it pairs enemies and adds magic damage. Chance to erupt on enemies, which I guess would be some kind of explosion. Hex Siphon gives you some lifesteal, and they also makes the enemy deal less damage. The numbers are pretty cracked on this. Like I got this, which is essentially like a curse you put on the ground, and then when they sit in it, they're debuffed, the enemies. And this one gives, it cuts their speed in half, it's crazy. And then they also are weakened. And so you do more damage and whatnot, so damage taken plus 20, minus 33 defense. That's a crazy skill, but it still doesn't, it doesn't really fit into the game. I mean, look at that. It's like, I don't know, it looks like it's a D4 skill, which it probably is designed by the same people, so. Then there's this Ring of Fire one. This skill is pretty cool. It costs a ton of mana early though, so I didn't really use it much. I've been just using the chain, running around, and then Miasma Bolt, which is the first skill you get, which is basically like a fireball with a little dot. And then next thing I'm interested in getting is the Detonate Dead skill here, because it's Detonate Dead, but it's not just Detonate Dead. It's Detonate Dead, but it's a call, so less than 30% health. That might be interesting. And then there's this Pentagram skill, which does big damage and reduces fire res. That could be interesting. Flame Wave, I haven't tried it yet. Makes flames. This one too, Abyss. You pull enemies in. I guess that's like a D4, D3 skill. Pulling them in with the Abyss. That and the corpse explosion. Or I guess it's not a corpse explosion, it's a cull explosion, but could be juicy. But overall, miasma chain, really OP. And you can just run through everything. It's really bad in like tight spaces like Arcane Sanctuary or Maggot Lair, but obvious. Then it also does get summons. You got the goat, which just like hits, and they all give you a little bit of a buff. So it says 5% crushing blow. I think it's actually giving me the crushing blow, not him. I don't know if it would show here. But like summon Tainted, it says resist fire 23. And then when I summon the Tainted, it gives me the fire. I originally thought it was for the monster, but no. So I think the crushing blow is for your own character, so that'd be good with like melee. And then Defiler, it casts shared damage on enemies. Where is it? So yeah, and then they like link enemies together and chain them, and then they share damage. You know, simple. Bind Demon. I guess it's just like Raised Spectre. I forget what it's called on this game for Necro, but you know. Blood Boil, erupt your demon's blood to damage nearby enemies. I guess it's like, it sounds like it's like an RF on your minion. Or maybe it's just a one-click thing. And then, where's the really interesting thing? Here, yeah, it's consume. You sacrifice your demon in exchange for powers. And then each demon has a different buff. Like you can see here right now, the bonus from the fire would give -4 enemy magic res, and then +9 to magic skill damage, which would actually be really good with this build right now. And then I guess it gives speed and max life too, and a 40-second duration. It's kind of cracked. Yeah, so new character seems OP, what a surprise. And then what if I summon the other ones? Let's summon the Goat Man here. Crushing Blow, enhanced damage. Minus fire res and plus fire skill damage. Walking life. You can teleport your minions. And I think they said in the live stream, I think like binding random demons in the world, since there's more than these 3 in the game, obviously. They all have their own buff to it, which is pretty interesting. But yeah, that's overall first impression. Definitely seems Giga OP, especially if this TP skill is good. But it's cool. Never expected this in D2R. I think they should have made it look more like a Diablo character, but I think it's gonna be a fun class. But I guess I'll make another update in a day or two once I play and get to high level, and hopefully I don't die and have to start over. But seems good, but it's very neon-y.